I still have sunscreen on my face. Hang on. Okay, sometime in between me being asleep and the Americans being awake and me going to the F1, apparently it all kind of popped off on Twitter. We had Rhea and Bianca continuing their promo from Monday, like just building on that, all in character, of course. And let's get into what happened, and I'll give my thoughts on. It's building on from what happened on Monday, so I'll give my thoughts on anything that is new or anything that I sort of meant to give my thoughts on Monday, but just ran out of time. Big thanks to DB the Sage on Reddit for collecting all these tweets, because I'm not on Twitter, so without that I wouldn't know what's going on. So let's read the tweets first. So Bianca says, "I'm going through real life stuff right now to Rhea, and you want to throw that in my face, Rhea Ripley, childish," referring to Rhea bringing up Jade and Naomi during the promo. Iyo Sky slapped me so hard she knocked some tears off my jacket. I didn't even mean to disrespect you like that, but goddamn, I got caught up in my emotions, keep finding myself in some shit. And Rhea responds, "Caught up in my emotions, acting like you're the only one to have ever gone through real life stuff. Emotions being the reason I continually lash out also, but no one cares about emotions when it's mine. No one understands the constant ongoing war that is in my head. Double standards." Bianca says back, "Difference between you and I be over here just trying to do my job and minding my damn business. It's like you all want me to crash out." Rhea gets back, "Just minding your business and doing your job would have meant you patiently sitting backstage and waiting to see who your WrestleMania opponent would be. After that, then you could have gotten your wanted TV time and confront them. You know what that match meant to me, and you still did what you wanted. Guess you really are a bad friend. Or should I say, a selfish bitch." Oh, I like there, it's a little ambiguous, Rhea, her match with Iyo meant a lot to her, but also the WrestleMania match that she would have gotten with Bianca meant a lot to her. So both those matches meant a lot to Rhea. Bianca claps back, "A bad friend? Whew, I'm trying to be nice, but you keep going. Okay, I was out there because I won Elimination Chamber. Why were you there Monday, like this Monday? Crickets. Oh, because I thought an Elimination Chamber winner or champion said something. And why am I arguing with you? Iyo Sky, please tweet me so I can at least argue with the champ." Bianca tweets back again, "Guess you really are a bad friend," quoting Rhea. "What in the world? You're not mad because I didn't clap for you. You're mad because I clapped for Iyo too. That don't sound crazy to you? This is how all this started, and somehow we are here. Trying to be everybody's friend." I think that says, "Gets me blamed for everything I see. LOL. Hope you figure your real life issues out." And then, Bianca's also posted a picture, which I think is Tinkerbell, which is, died from not getting enough attention. I understand her making fun of Rhea. And then Iyo comes in and says, "Dear my friends, put down the phone in your hand. I don't want to slap you guys anymore, just talking to both of them." I think Bianca responded to this. I didn't see it in the thread, but someone mentioned Bianca responded to this, just kind of doing the facepalm emoji like she was embarrassed. And also Liv tweeted at one point saying, asking for an apology for her getting blamed for Jade. And Bianca responded to that, she said sorry, but in a way that's sort of I don't need you bothering me about this too. I got enough on my plate. Just apologizing because she doesn't want to deal with Liv right now. That sort of apology. And so what we can see here is we've got these three really interesting characters. We have Rhea, who is acting very heelish because she's so caught up in her insecurities. Her insecurities are really driving a lot of this conflict. You have Iyo being the babyface trying to mediate between her two friends who are both going crazy, and Bianca's somewhere in the middle. Bianca is trying to be like Iyo, she's trying to focus on this match at WrestleMania, but she keeps getting caught up in other people's drama, and in particular, she keeps responding when Rhea tries to baroque her. I don't think I've commented enough, because I've been a lot of people thought, oh, is Bianca going to turn heel or not? That I don't think I've talked about how much I love Bianca's character in this whole feud right now, because, she is just trying to do her job. She's trying to be professional. She's trying to be the super Bianca character that we've all gotten to know as top babyface in WWE. And yet Rhea and Bianca have history. Rhea knows all the buttons to press to make Bianca, like, react defensively. Like, we know who Bianca is. Bianca's going to react. She's going to defend herself when someone, Bianca stands on business. But Rhea knows the buttons to press that it's almost like it brings out that NXT Bianca, like the Bianca from several years ago. It's almost like, have you ever had a friend, like, that you went through high school with, and, like, you don't see each other for 5 years? Like, you stay in touch, but, like, you both go to university, you both get your adult job, and then you meet up again and you get in each other's life, and you start acting around them like your old self, like parts of you that you thought you'd outgrown. That's kind of, I think, what's happening to Bianca here, and it's super interesting. So, like, I know all my folks who were watching NXT back in the day caught Bianca bringing back this pose during the promo on Monday. Yeah, that's not an accident. We saw, like, this side of Bianca coming out when Rhea went below the belt. Rhea really knows, like, what to say to get under her skin and provoke her and bring this side of Bianca out. But also, like, remember what happened during this promo, right? This happened. Does that look familiar to anyone? Yeah, so we're getting in a situation where we're calling back to all this with Rhea and Bianca. We're calling back to the one singles match that they have had, before they got, kept apart by WWE from this point on. We're calling back to this, but also we're calling back to this. Like, Bianca is inadvertently doing to Iyo Sky what Rhea and Charlotte did to her here. She is, like, inadvertently becoming this thing that pissed her off back then. Yeah, I know you remember this promo. This is the "you don't even go here" promo. Like, this is fire. Bianca was absolutely fire here. But the difference here in what Charlotte is doing here, if there is a difference, like, obviously this is disrespectful as hell, but the one thing Charlotte was doing here that was right, she shouldn't have disrespected Bianca, but the one thing that she did do right is she was focusing on the champion. She was focusing on the title. So she didn't care about Bianca in this moment because Bianca wasn't champion. She didn't have the title. And what happened? Charlotte won. And this is kind of taking us back to where we are now. Rhea and Bianca, as Rhea is completely distracted. She's all in her feelings. She's all in her insecurities. So she's not focused on the title at all. That's why she lost it. She's more caught up in her feelings than she is on the title. She's not even thinking about WrestleMania right now. Like, she's not even thinking about the title right now. Like, that's not what she's even mad at. She hasn't mentioned that yet. I mean, I know she is mad about it, but that's not her primary focus. Bianca is trying to focus on the title and focus on the match, but, she keeps sort of inadvertently and regretting it as she does it. She keeps sort of, like, getting dragged into Rhea's drama. Like, she kind of stoops down to her level, even though she wants to rise above it. The only one in this trio right now who's doing the right thing and focusing on the title and focusing on WrestleMania is Iyo. So it kind of makes me feel like this is the story that we're going to tell, is, like, we have, like, Rhea, who still has a lot of emotional maturing to do, and hasn't really grown all that much since her time in NXT. We have Bianca, who has grown a lot, but is sort of being dragged back into, this old NXT side of herself, this old side of herself. So they keep, they get so caught up in their own drama that leaves us with Iyo as the most likely to walk out with the title. But yeah, they are very deliberately making a lot of callbacks to NXT Portland, which I think, Rhea and Bianca are probably having a lot of input in that, because they remember that, they were there. We're seeing a lot of callbacks to that time in NXT and that storyline. So, I don't know, maybe there's things that I should go back and watch that I've forgotten to sort of refresh myself on references we might see getting dropped in this feud, because they really are just taking it back. They're playing their greatest hits. They're playing through their history. They wanted to do the storyline for 5 years. They are putting as much effort into it as possible. All right. And for what it's worth, I think that whatever we get at WrestleMania is just going to be chapter 1 of a much longer story involving all three of these women that could keep going into WrestleMania next year. But anyway, let me know what you think.